Hello, welcome to St. Croix Recreation's YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about safety surfacing. The four topics that we will be discussing are the purpose for safety surfacing, safety regulations and laws, the factors for deciding how much surfacing is needed, and the four different kinds of surfacing that we like to use. Often while planning a playground, surfacing is overlooked, and today's video hopefully will answer a couple of the questions that people ask of us to give you a little bit of a better understanding of the types of benefits that the surfacing has and the different things that we can do to help mitigate risk on the playground for safety reasons. So the purpose for safety surfacing is the Consumer Product Safety Commission did a study, and they found out of the study group that 44% of all recorded playground injuries were from falls. They also state that the surfacing under and around the playground equipment is one of the most important factors in reducing the likelihood of life-threatening head injuries. So the two different types of organizations that dictate the safety surfacing in general are the Consumer Product Safety Commission and the ASTM International. Once the safety standards are put out by both companies or groups, the product is then sent to the International Play Equipment Manufacturers Association, IPEMA. And IPEMA is a third-party testing organization that deems that the product actually is in compliance with the CPSC and the ASTM. We can go to www.ipema.org to print out a certificate of compliance to make sure that the actual materials that you are buying for your playground are indeed safe. One of the other laws that we have to look at is the American with Disabilities Act. It also states that there needs to be access around the playground area for children in wheelchairs. So this is a bird's eye view of an actual playground layout, and as we can see, we have the equipment right here with the use zones on the outside. Now the use zones are made so children do not run into each other. We have a spinning event right here, so we wouldn't want to put that very close to a slide because that would increase the chances of children running into each other. Also, there's a border around the playground, and that border cannot encroach any of these use zones. So while deciding how much surfacing is needed, we need to look at the layout of the surface area of the playground itself and also the critical fall height. And right here they have deemed that there is a surface that a child can stand on that is a designated play surface with a critical fall height of 8 feet. So we'll take 8 feet with the surface area to measure how much surfacing is needed. And as we can go back to see our IPEMA certificate of compliance, we have 3.75 inches of material, Burke turf, for a designated fall height of 9 feet. So we are well in compliance with the actual surfacing that we will put in. So to transition on to the different types of surfacing that we'll use, the first will be wood fiber. This is the most common surfacing that is used in parks. It's also the most cost effective. Here's a recent picture of one of the playgrounds that we have installed with the wood fiber in place. It is also a good idea to have a containment area around, and we recommend BCI Burke stone borders as well as wheelchair access ramps. This cutout is from the CPSC's Playground Safety Handbook, and it gives us a general idea of what else we should place down for loose fill. We have our wood chips right here, our impact mats under swings and slides, and a geotextile cloth to separate the actual wood chips and the loose fill of dirt. The next product that we're going to talk about is BCI Burke turf. Burke turf is nice because it allows kids to crawl on it. It's clean, and it also has some sensory stimulation. It's also very permeable. Here's just an outline of what needs to be placed in for the install. Poured in place is another great option. It's clean. There's a little bit more variety for design that can go into it. You can have different shapes and different designs placed into the poured in place surface, and it's a rubber that is placed all around the playground and provides the cushioning and the safety requirements for the playground itself. A similar product to the poured in place is tiles. Tiles are used in a lot of the structures around the area. Here's one in particular from Kelly Park. Tiles are very nice and they're just like safety surfacing. They are a little bit more expensive, but most parks and people that we talk to state that the playgrounds that have different safety surfacing like turf, poured in place rubber, and tiles get played on quite a bit more. It reduces less hitchhikers in the kids' shoes. There's not as much mess that comes along with it. However, it is a little bit more expensive. And in here is a good illustration of what the tiles look like and how they lock together. So the next slide that we have is the cost of all the different surfacing options with the relation to the structure. We often get a lot of questions about how much these products cost, and as you can see, there's a reason why the engineered wood fiber is a very popular option. It is not as expensive. However, it all depends on the situation and what you would like for your playground. Turf, poured in place, and tiles do last quite a long time. On average, we like to say about 10 years. The wood fiber you are going to have to top off every 3 to 5 years. But it is all are good options. So to review, safety surfacing prevents injuries and deaths. To make sure that the product that you have is safe, go to IPEMA to have a certified certificate printed out, knowing that you've done your due diligence and the product you are buying fits within the regulations. Number 3, to measure the amount of safety surfacing that you'll need for your playground, use the critical fall height with the use zones to figure how much surfacing is needed. And number 4, we've covered the 4 different types of products that are available on the market that we feel are some of the best in the industry. If you have any questions, we'd certainly be able to help you out at www.funplaygrounds.com or call us anytime toll free at 1-800-525-5914. We've been serving the great state of Minnesota for 30 years with all their playground and park supply needs, and we look forward to hearing from you.